All right, let's watch episode 10. Let's go for it. So this is watch till you drop. That's probably not good. We'll do one more, see how we feel. Play. Go, 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 play. 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 All right. Nice. Jotro's in this episode, technically. Already. I'll take that. Oh. No matter what. No matter what. How do you delete that? How do you delete the memories? Attain heaven, huh? That sounds like a bizarre thing to say. How do you erase? Wait, he can just erase memories from the disk. Am I okay with that? So, Jotaro could have been dead already by, he could have destroyed the disk himself. So, really, we're just lucky he's breathing still. At this moment. He's on borrowed time now. Yep. I want to play drums now. Forget the guitar. Soap. They're gonna ruin the economy with that much money. The economy. They mastered the prison. Mastered it. Texas. Professor. That's depressing. He got old. He's a teenager kid from high school. Oh. Damn, what the hell? He's like Mega Man capsule. 20 minutes. That's reliable. Soundgarden? Savage Garden. Money. I guess it was worth the bet. $200 wouldn't have worked forever. Damn. Hans Zimmer teleport. Stand. Hans Zimmer. Man in the piano. Hey, yo. In the piano. That's normal. It's not like you can close it and then sleep on it. The building's a ghost. Ghost of objects. '84. What happened in '84 in JoJo? I don't know. Because he was born here? Oh, that's a stand ability. That's pretty useful. Oh. You taste him? Oh. That's good. Yo, how do you hear that? What? Maybe they talked. Hey, Jolene, that green is pretty good. That's a good green. That's a nice green right there. Ghost items. Yo, what up? Weather forecast. Weather report. Close enough. They really had to change that. Tiptoes. Hmm. He was born a stand user. Whoa. Inside a building? Yo. Yeah, it's good for good water. Water anytime. I don't remember this. Was this added? The tension. Who dat? Well, maybe because you freaking did that with the piano. Freaking made all that noise, dude. Jumping Jack, you already spoiled. It was part 7? Cell. I wonder where they're at right now. Oh, they're bringing the boy with them. Emporio. Turns to stone. That guy's freaky looking. Yo. He has access to the place that Bucciarati has. That's a trippy thing going on there. It's the same void. That's where Kira went. It's Araki's mind. Emporio. Yo. Yeah, Jotaro will handle everything. Probably. For sure. He always does. Hmm. Didn't I thought Weather Report did that, but the plate doesn't make sense. Don't call the guards. Use the strings, bro. Everything you touch. Yo, what up? Modern money. I like how they made it. That's not money from 2011. Is it? No. That looks cool though. Bro, they let that guy in? That's Rayman, dude. No. What happened? Don't destroy it, man. Yo, the shoes are 3D, I think. Interesting use of animation. I like it. Other things could be 3D. We don't even notice it. I think that wire is the line. The end. Yo. What the? Yeah, it sounds like the Super Mario World sound effect. What was that? The spring sound effect. What's a new sound effect? Ooh, yo. Dude, he's the new Jotaro. Holy crap, that was awesome. That's freaking dope. That's like Ultra Instinct. This is like Dragon Ball now. I like this. Kick his butt. He got the cloud. Or Poto. He got hurt. He's gone. Damn, he can move fast. Yo, it's the Matrix. This is awesome. That was great. I love Weather Report. In the anime, in the manga, it was kind of whatever. I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to watch the next one for sure. Okay. Okay, we're going to watch the next one. I should just probably just merge these two videos. I could. I never made a video with chapters before. That could be this one. But there's a chance the recording could fail and I'd lose both episodes. I'm just going to start a new one. This credit scene's longer. It's the same, though. All right. I'll watch the credits off the recording. See you in the next one.